Time here with another World of Warcraft video. Today we're going to be talking about tailoring and how you can use it in the War Within to make gold and gear your characters. Before we do that though, don't forget to check out goldcapped.com. There's a link in the description down below as well as a discount code. There's a lot of good resources over there, a lot of good guides, and access to a members only Discord, which is super helpful. If you'd like to support this channel, don't forget you can leave a super thanks or join the channel as a member. Let's get right into this. Tailoring. Biggest thing that's different about tailoring in the War Within is that you are going to be the only people who are supplying the threads to the community. Tailors are the only people who can get cloth right now in the War Within. So hopefully this helps stabilize the economy a little bit to where there's, less people that have the tailoring profession compared to everybody being able to get cloth. Only the people that have tailoring are going to be able to get it. So less people are going to be getting it. Hopefully the prices stabilize and maintain their value a little bit. So general overview, if you have been playing the War Within already for some time, this is not new to you, so I will keep it short. They've introduced 3 new cloth: Weaver cloth, which is your basic cloth, Dusk Weave, and Dawn Weave. Now, Dusk Weave and Dawn Weave, you're not going to be able to get until you spec into it, right? So when you spec into it from dusk until dawn, you'll be able to find Dawn Weave, and then over here, you'll be able to find Dusk Weave. Until then, you're not getting any of them. You're just going to be getting the Weaver cloth. Dawnweave and Duskweave are important because that's the only way that you can get the bolt of Duskweave and Dawn thread. Well, the spool rather. You'll be getting spools of Dusk thread and spools of Dawn thread used to craft things that use those items. It's sort of like your Chrono cloth and your Azure cloth in Dragonflight. Another thing to note here is the quality of cloth. In other words, rank 1, 2, and 3 is not necessarily determined by your skill in, like your skill points, like your level 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, whatever, but you're speccing into it here. So if you look here in quality fabric, now you are learning to get the rank 2s and the rank 3s dropping. So that's also unique. We've got Weaver Cloth Bolt, Exquisite Weaver Cloth Bolt, Dawn Weave, and Dusk Weave Bolt for our crafting reagents. So not a whole lot introduced there. They like to keep it simple, which I appreciate. We're also getting new bags. Now these aren't going to be available until a little bit later when you start getting Kej, which is a currency from the last zone. But these bags are going to do different things like help like jewel crafters yield more crushed gemstones, etc., etc. They are going to be 36 slot, and they are going to give all the different professions some sort of bonus. Other than that, we've got Weaver Cloth Bag, Weaver Cloth Reagent Bag, Dust Weave Bag, Dawn Weave Reagent Bag. And you actually can learn those pretty early on here, rather. As you can see, you'll get them right here with 10 into this spec tree, and then over here 20 into this spec tree. So there's the overview. Let's talk about the 2 best builds that I think are going to be good in the World of Warcraft for tailoring, specifically for making gold. The first one is going to be your gathering build. Tailors are the only ones that are able to get cloth, and so you want to maximize that. I recommend getting tailoring very early on if you're going to be clearing content, doing quests and dungeons, because you're going to start getting that even when you're not level 80. And by the way, all the professions are very friendly, so you can learn a lot of things right out of the gate at level 70. So you're going to want to do this early. And if you plan on being a gatherer, the first thing you're going to want to do is come over here to Textile Treasures and just start speccing into that. I'd recommend just going ahead and speccing it all the way out and putting 30 points into it. What that does, that allows you to find more and more cloth, all the way right here up to 25%. So after you're getting a lot of extra cloth dropping, you're going to want to come over here to quality fabric, and you're going to want to max this out as well right here. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to get quality mats to drop. So instead of just having the rank 1s, now you're going to be having the higher ranks drop for you as well. After that, you're going to want to come over here from dusk until dawn, and you're going to want to put 30 points into this. The reason you want to put 30 points all the way in this is because now you can learn dawn weave and dusk weave. So this one right here opens up your first one. Just check on just see whichever one is selling for more at the time, whichever one you want to spec into. And then when you get over to here, then you'll learn the other one. But what you do with these is as soon as you spec into it, now you can learn to gather the dawn weave or the dusk weave respectively. So to sum that up, 30 into textile treasures, 30 into quality fabric, 30 into from dawn until dusk, and then open each one of these. If you do that, then you're going to be a cloth gathering beast. But say you don't want to go out and just gather cloth on a bunch of alts or on multiple characters, and you have some extra characters laying around and you want to turn them into sort of money printing machines. Well, that's why I would recommend going the daily cooldown build, which is going to consist of building around this from dawn until dusk tree. So instead of starting out over here in textile treasures and quality fabric, you're just going to start out right out the gate in from dawn until dusk. And you're going to go ahead and put your 30 points right here into this. And that way it opens up both subspecs right here. For daily cooldown build, you're going to want to go right into from dawn until dusk. Go ahead and put your 30 points in there to open up both of these. And then you're going to want to split evenly among them is what I would do. So you're going to want to put 15 into each. So you put 15 into dawn weave and 15 into dusk weave. And then once you get 15, it opens up your subspecs. And the subspecs are really what does the magic here as well, because now you're going to lower the cooldown on crafting these things. So instead of only being able to craft 10, you're going to be able to craft 20, and you're going to be able to craft them sooner. You're not going to have such a long cooldown. Now, once you get this spec'd out to here, you're going to want to come over here into textile treasures, and you're going to want to start putting some points into one of these. So you're going to come over here, open up textile treasures, and then you're going to get a sub-spec. And the first one you want to go into is going to depend on the path that you want to take. So you're either going to go for multi-crafting to where you craft these dawn weave and dusk weave bolts and have a chance of proccing them. I'm going to do this. I recommend this just because the more you can have at a lower quality, I think is better than the less you can have at a higher. At least right now. This may change as the expansion goes on. But when you're supposed to get 2, and then I procced 6 the other day, that was pretty cool. So getting 4 extra, that's some pretty serious gold there. So you can do multi-crafting, or you can come over here and you can go into resourcefulness, where it's going to use less goods to do it. So just depends on if you want to use less to make a few, or if you want to use the same amount to possibly make more. I'm going to go multi-craft, like I said, because when this thing hits, it can hit pretty good, and that's pretty dang sweet. Lastly, you've got your threads of devotion. I'm not going to go over this because it's not something that I can really predict how much gold is going to be made off of it. It just depends on what the demand is, and I'm not going to tie a lot of points up into this when I want to have these other 2 options available. But I would recommend once you learn one, you just go all in and just learn as much as you can into them. So for example, if you want to do this one, then just learn as much as you can and sort of max them out before you move on, right? So don't have it just like spread a little bit here, here, and here. I recommend maxing the whole tree out. It's going to be a long journey, which is why I'm sort of steering away from it right now. For me, I have one of my main characters, my farming character, and my main character. I have the gathering build, also with some put into here, because as I said, with the gathering, you're going to want to come over here anyway, so you can still get your daily cooldowns as well, but it's going to be centered more towards getting the material. On my alts, I'm going all the way in on here, because that way I can craft more of the daily cooldowns for the points that I'm spending. So hope this helps somebody. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your plans are. Hope you're having fun playing the game. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.